Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into one of the most important concepts in SQL, that is joins. Whether you are a beginner or looking to refresh your skills, understanding joins is crucial for working with relational databases. So let's get started. So in this video, we will talk about joins, right? And if you have not learned joins in SQL, it means you have not really learned SQL because joins are one of the most important topics in SQL. When you work on a real-time project, joins will definitely be used because the data does not exist in just one table. It is stored across multiple tables, and that's where joins come into play. So if you're learning joins for the first time in SQL, trust me, this video will be extremely important for you. So in this video, we will cover everything from the basics, like what is a join, why do we use joins, the different type of joins, how to choose the right join for your query, the join syntax, and of course, some practical examples in SQL. So let's get started. Coming to the first definition, what is a join? As the name suggests, join, it means you combine something. So a join in SQL is a technique which is used to combine rows from two tables based on a related column. So related column is the keyword between them. So if you have a table and there is one column which is common between the two tables, you will be able to join them. It's like bringing data from different sources and linking them together to get more meaningful information. Okay. And why joins are important? So in real world applications, data, it is typically stored in multiple tables. So joins helps us to access data from different tables, making our queries more powerful and efficient. So we will see why joins are important with the help of an examples in the next slide. So here is a quick example for you all to understand why joins are important and how actually joins work. So on this slide, you can see a couple of tables. One is the customer, second one is the payment, then address, and then country. So what is this actually called? And these arrows depict. So this is basically an ERD, entity relationship diagram. It is a visual representation of the entities or objects in a database and the relations between the tables. So the question is, how much amount was paid by the customer Diana? So there is a customer whose name is Diana. So we have to answer this question, how much amount was paid by the customer? What was a mode of payment and payment date? Now we have a customer table. You can see there is a column which is called first name. So there must be one Diana in the customer table in this column first name. And there is also a customer ID in the customer table. And you see there is also a payment table. So payment table also has the customer ID. So that is where we are representing this arrow, that this becomes the related or common column between the customer table and the payment table. So if we have got one column which is common between two tables, we will be able to join them. So we have the first name, we got the customer ID. Now what is asked, we also need her mode of payment and payment date. So mode of payment is here in the payment table and payment date is also here. So if we are able to combine these two tables on customer ID, we will be able to get Diana's, which is available in the customer table, and her mode and the payment date. So let's see how the tables looks like. So this is the first table, which is the customer table. Second is the payment table. So the first customer table has got columns like customer ID, integer, first name, last name, varchar text, email, varchar text, and the address ID. Again, it is integer. So this is the first table, which is the customer table. Next is the payment table. It has the customer ID. You can see this column is common between the two tables. Then we have the amount, mode. What is the mode of payment? Like if they have paid through a debit card, cash, mobile payment, or net banking. And then we have the payment date. So this fourth 104 customer ID is of Diana's. The last name is Walker, her email address, and this is the ID. And same in this other table, when we go to the payment table, we have got this customer ID, which is 104. We know amount paid was 45. The mode of payment is credit card, and it was paid on 10th of March of 2021. So when we are going to link these two tables, so this 104 customer ID will also fetch the details of mode and this. So we will get the answer is amount equal to 45, payment is equal to this, and mode is credit card. So likewise, we are able to join two tables which will bring information together, so that one table has got few information, the other table has got the other information, and if you are going to join, all of the information will be populated in one table. So this is one of the biggest use of joins. Okay, next we will see what are types of SQL joins. So as shown on the screen, the four basic types of joins in SQL are left join, full join, right join, and inner join. Inner join and the left join, it is are the most basic ones which you will be using most of the time, inner join and the left join. Left join, full join, and right join, they're sometimes called as left outer join, full outer join, and right outer join. Okay. So let's see how these joins, they actually work. You might be seeing these Venn diagrams. These are also called as Venn diagrams. So let us go into the details how these joins, they work. So the first one is inner join, or simply called join. So you have got two tables, table 1, table 2. Now you are performing an inner join. So what does inner join do? The inner join selects records that are matching, that have matching values in both the tables. For example, if table 1 has got values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the table 2 has got values like 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. So what it will do, it will only pick up the common values. So when we are publishing this, or just visualize this in mind, these two Venn diagrams are combining the overlap portion, which is the common between the two circles of the Venn diagram. The result of the inner join will be the common portion. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is only common between these two tables. So that is why the output of the inner join will be only 1, 2, and 3. Let's go to the next one. The next one is left outer join, or simply called left join. So what does the left join do? The left join returns all records from the left table and the matching records from the right table. So whatever is there in the left table, it will bring that, and matching to what is there in the left table, it will bring from the right table. If something is not matching in the right table, then it will return null for those. So let's understand with the help of this visualization. So table 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do a left join with table 2. Table 2 has got values like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So what it will be doing is left join will pull everything which is there in the left table. So you will have in the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it will put from the right table, what it will bring, what is there in the left table. So left table and right table has got 1, 2, 3. So it will bring the values for 1, 2, 3. For 4 and 5, since it is not available in the right table, it will give null values for 4 and 5. Whereas 6 and 7, it will not bother, because it will only pick up all the values from the left table. So this is the left join. Next, we have the right outer join, or right join. So what right join does is, it will return all records from the right table and the matching records from the left table. So if you are doing a right join, so table 2 has got some values and table 1 has got some. So whatever there in the right table, it will pull that, and then corresponding to what is there in the right table, it will bring from the left table. If something is not there, then it will return null values. So let's see what is there in the right table. 1, 2, 3, it will definitely pick up that, and 6, 7 is already there. For 6, 7, it will bring null values because we don't have any matching values in the left table. Next, we have the full outer join, or simply called outer join. So this is in PostgreSQL, this full outer join, the syntax, or we'll definitely study about the syntax. But if you're working in my SQL workbench, you can use union to get everything. So let's first understand through the example of this Venn diagram. So we have got table 1, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we do a outer join, that means we are doing full join with this table. So everything will come. So result of outer join will be, we will get the common values. We will also get what is extra in the left table plus what is there in the right table as well. So full outer join returns all the rows from the left table and all the rows from the right table. If there is no match, the result is null on the side that does not have a match, but it will pull everything. I hope you understand this all the 4 types of joins with the help of Venn diagrams. Now let us go through the syntax, and we'll explain through a live example by writing a code in MySQL workbench. Okay, so inner join. What we studied is, so inner join brings the common values between the left table and the right table, the tables that we are joining. So syntax is simple. Select the basic first clause that we have to write while we are writing our SQL query, the column name from table A. So this is table A. So what we are doing, we are picking up the column from table A. Now the syntax starts with the keyword is inner join. So we'll write inner join. Now we are joining table B, and then we use on. So we have to, from table A, you are joining table B on. On means on which column you are joining. So table A column name equal to table B column name. Let us understand with this example. So select star. Select star means you're selecting all the data, all the rows from the table. From which table? From customer table. Why we have written customer as C? As means you're giving an alias. Not every time writing customer, you just gave an alias C, and you'll be using this C whenever you are using that table. So now you're doing an inner join on the payment table. So you had the customer table, you had the payment table. Now payment you have given an alias as P. Now you are joining them on C dot customer ID. First you start with the table. From C table, you are picking up the customer ID. And then you have the payment table, that is P. You are picking up the customer ID. Now you are joining customer table, doing an inner join with the payment table on the customer ID from customer and payment table. It's an inner join, so it will pull out the common values from both the tables. Let us understand this with a code in our MySQL workbench. Okay, so I am into my SQL workbench. I have my database PriyaDB2. I have these tables, customer and payment. I will show you both the tables. So the customer table is customer ID, first name, last name, email, and address ID. And then we have the payment. The payment has the customer ID, amount, mode, and payment date. Okay, so we have this. So now what we were learning is an inner join. So what we will do, select everything from customer. So we'll give an alias this as C. Now syntax for inner join payment P. So what you're doing, you are selecting all the rows from customer, giving an alias, inner join, doing an inner join on with payment table, which is P, on what is common, customer ID, on C dot customer underscore ID equal to, from payment table, you are picking up the customer ID. Let's run this. So now what does inner join does? Inner joins picks up only the common values. So customer ID 101 and 102 was common between the two tables. Okay. If you want to see again, I can show you. So customer table was this with 101, 102, 3 and 4. And in the payment table, you had 101, 102 and then 114, 115. So common values were 101 and 102. Okay, so that is why it picked up this. If you want to pick specific columns, you can remove the star and you can write customer ID, first name. Now you have already given an alias to the customer table. So you have to tell the query that you are picking customer ID from this table. You are picking the first name from, again, customer table, and you are pulling the amount from payment table, and mode is also from payment table, and payment date is also from payment table. Now you will run this, you will get all the specific columns. So this way, what we did an inner join on the customer table with the payment table on the customer ID to retrieve the mode, payment date and amount. So this is how we join two tables with all the information. Let's go and see what is the next join. So the next join is the left join. As shown, it will pick up all the data from the left table plus the common between both the tables. Syntax is simple. You have to select the column and then from table A, you do a left join with the table B. On table A column name equal to table B column name. Now, simple example, the same customer table, you're doing a left join with the payment table on the customer ID. So let's see how this works in the code. Okay, we are in the code now. I will copy the same query that I did, and this will be for left join. I will first show you all the data. So I will do select star from customer as C, left join payment as P, or P will work on C dot customer ID. Okay, now I will run this. Now it has joined both the tables, but let's see what is the output. So the customer table is our left table. It has got all the values that were there in the left table, 101, 2, 3, and 4. The right table, which was the payment table. So payment table was not having 103 customer ID and 104. Since the payment table was not having these two, the right table was not having, the table B was not having these two customer IDs, it pulled up null values for that. And for whatever it got matched, it has pulled up the data while joining on the left join. Okay. So this is what we were explaining. When you do a left join, everything it picks up from the left join. So all the 4 customer IDs it picked up because this was the left table. Now matching records from the right table will be picked up. If there is no matching, it will return null values. I hope this is clear. Next, let's see what we have. We have the right join. So as shown in the Venn diagram, everything from the right table and the common and the corresponding values from the left table will be picked up. Syntax is almost same. You'll use a right join, table B on the which column name you have to pick up from both the tables. So you will have to use the right join in the syntax. Let's see in the code. what we so I'll copy this. So right join. This will be, you're doing a right join. Now if you run it, so you see it has picked up all the customer IDs from the right table. 101, 2, 114, 115. 101 and 102 was present in the left table, so it picked up all the values, whereas these two, 114 and 115, was not available in the left table, so it has given us the null values for that. Okay. The last one is the full join, where it will pick all the records. So again, the syntax is select the column names from table A, full outer join table B on table A column name with the table B column. So let's do it on the MySQL workbench. Let's do full outer join. So please remember, this full outer join is available in PostgreSQL. It is not available as a syntax in MySQL Workbench. In MySQL Workbench, we can use union. Union will give us the same results as full outer join. So what we will do, I will use the query for the left join. And then I will do union. What is there in the right? Now, if I run this, so you see, I got a very big table. It has joined everything using this syntax union. So union will, what it will do, it is simple as I explained earlier. It will bring all the values from both the tables and give us the value, give us the combined table. So for example, left table has customer IDs 10234. It gave us all the corresponding values and from the other table 2. Wherever it was not having the values, it gave us null. Similarly, for the right table, the customer ID 101, 102, 114, 115 have been picked up, and wherever we were not having the values, it gave us the null values. Okay. So I hope all the 4 types of joins are clear. So quickly recapping which join to use when. So you use inner join when you only want rows with matching data from both the tables. This is the most commonly type of join. Then we have the left join. When to use this? You want all the records from the left table even if there is no match in the right table. Next is the right join. So you want all the records from the right table even if there is no match in the left table. Next is full join, or you can say union. So you need all the records from both the tables, whether there is a match or not. Okay, so this is one of an important slide. You can consider this as a cheat sheet for the SQL joins to understand what is the syntax of the joins, what you will get in the output by visualizing these Venn diagrams. I hope you were able to get what are SQL joins. Practice as much as you can so that the joins are clear. This is a little bit of complex topic, how the joins operates, because this is one of the most important thing in SQL. If you're not clear on the joins, you will be not able to perform the queries, because SQL is all about tables and joining data from multiple tables to get the result output. Thanks for joining. Please like, subscribe, and do comment if you have any feedback for my video. Thank you.